Alright, hello. My name is Danny Lee, and for the first job I picked as part of the career exploration presentation, I picked programmer. This job requires you to design, create, upkeep, or integrate software programs. Usually, you'll be the backbone of a project. Um, it is as it is as literal as it sounds, ranging from a programmer for your fridge to a programmer for Google's AI. The average salary is 74K. The skills you'll need, of course, is confidence with computers, communication since you're the backbone. Everyone around your project will need to be on the same terms as you are. Problem solving, analytical skills, and time management. Because oftentimes you're not going to have 10 years to complete a program. Oftentimes you'll have not 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 very much, so you'll have to balance your time around the project. The titles that you could be called are programmer, coder, or developer, and you can work at the Bank of America or Apple. The second job I picked to research was web developer. Again, it's a type of programmer, but it still has its own like large market. They create and maintain web applications and website f- functionality. Like last time, they're usually the main foundation of a web project. Their average salary is at 78K per year. Um, the skills they'll need, like the last time, they'll need time management, communication because they're the core of the project. This time, they'll need to know a little bit more networking knowledge because they're working with the internet and websites. And they also need problem solving creativity. Problem solving applies more to one type of web developer, and creativity applies more to some other type of web developer. And we'll be getting into that next with the titles. Normally, you just be called a web developer, but oftentimes with to differentiate between different web developers in a company, you'd be called a back end web developer or front end web developer. To make it more easy to understand, let's make an analogy for the car. The back end developers, they'll be doing all the insides of the car, right? They'll be doing the brakes, the engine, the gas tank, all the stuff within that makes the car work, all the stuff within that the consumers don't need to see. The front end developers, they're going to be developing things that the consumers will see, like the windows, the paint job, the texture of the seats, how fast the seats make you fall asleep while driving, that kind of stuff. You can work at places like Western Union and Google. The third job I picked for this presentation to research is a sysadmin. And a system administrator's job is they're basically the bosses of the last two jobs I mentioned. Their job is to create, maintain, update, and monitor a company's network and computer systems, things like servers. They, as part of their duties, they also have to help employees with tech support. The average salary for them is 83K a year, and skills they'll need. The most important one is the ability to successfully multitask, because there's going to be a lot of things you're going to need to do as a sysadmin. Things from keeping your network from crashing every day, making sure the updates to each PC are up to date, making sure people have everything they need to work at full productivity, and basically keeping the whole productivity of a building from crashing down. They'll need analytical skills. They're gonna be looking at oftentimes a lot of numbers, dealing with the the computer network. They'll have to look at um at a lot of things and make important decisions upon them, because with their job, not only are they the people that will keep the company and productivity afloat with the computer networks, they're also the same person who could accidentally shut down the entire network and possibly destroy an entire project. Um, that's where the skills needed for communication come in hand. Of course, you're going to need a lot of skills with communication. You're going to be helping people with technical support, as well as telling people to stop using their PC for an hour, because you're going to be performing maintenance on the entire network. Um, of course, you'll also need a lot of confidence with the computer, um, as well as the ability to work at short notice for obvious reasons. You're on break. Someone calls you at 3 a.m. Hey, my computer just crashed. Can you get my stuff back? Can you see if you can recover my data or something like that? Um, the titles that you'd be given as a sysadmin are, of course, what I just said, a sysadmin, and you'll be called system admin or system administrator. You can work basically anywhere with a system of computers, like at Deloitte or at Best Buy. This next job I picked is a telemarketer. A telemarketer's job is to sell a product or receive donations for their company through repeatedly calling a bunch of people on their call list that they gain from weird sources. Their average salary is $35K a year, and I probably should have said this earlier, but average salary is not really indicative of what you're gonna make fresh out of college or fresh out of high school. It's an average. You're gonna be counting in a lot of senior workers who rise through the ranks and are getting some pretty swag mullahs. And then you're gonna be looking at some high school dropouts who just managed to get into a position that would be borderline slavery, working at the worst wages. Average, not good. It would be more useful if we had median salary for this project, but yeah. Average salary, 35K a year. The skills you'll need are self-explanatory if you're going to be annoying as possible, to be as determined and persistent as possible. You can't really give up that easily as a telemarketer. If you did, you'd be useless. Time management is another skill. Sometimes you'll just have to cut your losses. You can't hang on to one customer your entire life. If they're not gonna be helping you with your job and buying your product, they're just another form of wasted time, and you gotta make sure you contact as many people as possible and get as many sales as possible. Of course, you also need skills in customer service and product knowledge for obvious reasons. If you can't be a good customer service agent, then what are you even doing as a telemarketer? Same with knowing what your product is. Titles that you'd be called: telemarketer. There's really not much else. You can work at places like Geico and State Farm, like insurance companies. And the last job I picked for research was a radio announcer. This is another self-explanatory job. You're the guy on the radio, whether it's news, music, entertainment, or political commentaries. The average salary would be 31K a year, and the skills you'll need across all radios, across all radio announcer jobs would probably be communication, research, and public speaking skills, and writing skills. You'll need that for everything that you'll be going to. Communication, obviously, you're gonna be talking to the masses at a radio station. You're gonna need to, you'll talk with people in a calling conversation with the guest. Research. You're gonna be researching something, right? You're gonna be researching what songs you should probably do tomorrow, or the current political environment, or the current stocks for tomorrow, or you know, basically anything you're gonna be talking about. Public speaking skills goes along with communication. You're gonna be talking to a lot of people. This isn't gonna be a small presentation that you're gonna be showing your class. This is gonna be a live radio to possibly thousands of people. Writing skills. It's if you're gonna be doing some stuff like music, being a DJ, or just being a satirical station, right? You're gonna need to write your own stuff, produce your own content that you're gonna be talking to people about. Creativity goes on with the writing. Um, Basically, creativity allows you to be more expressionate. You can attract more people to your radio station. If you talk like me right now and you're really monotone, you're probably not going to get people over to your radio station. You're going to need some creativity. You're going to need to get some pretty cool slogans. The titles that you're going to be assigned, the guy on the radio, you're called the radio announcer. Sometimes that's just more the official name, I guess. If you're a part of a music station, you're just gonna be called DJ. Um, you can work at you can basically make your own radio if you register for a station legally. But you can also just work at places like iHeartMedia or your local radio station, like a college. And that's it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I appreciate y'all being here. Subscribe and like my Patreon, and make sure to use lots of hand sanitizer. Make sure to hand sanitize your mouth as well. It's highly advised to drink hand sanitizer um, so it can sanitize your mouth and throat and delete all of the viruses in your lungs and your stomach and your life. It's very good. It's very good at getting rid of stuff. Get rid of germs, bacteria, your life. It's everything gets rid of. It's very good for cleaning. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. I'll kill you. I think maybe. Thank you.